it's not free and you don't just show your realtor card. Can you tell us the procedure and how to get in? Who would like to take that? Okay, Alan?
Okay. As a resident or property owner, you do not have any right to show property in the plantation. And they've started enforcing that. For years I did it, but you don't anymore. An annual pass costs $25. You get it at the POA office, which is up towards the back gate by the farm, if you know where that is. A daily pass is $10.
It's a sticker for the car too. It's not a pass per person. It's
correct. It's a blue sticker that goes on the top, blue or green or something goes on the top.
It says R.
Yeah. The reason I say you really have to get one, even if you live in the plantation, there's a couple who have been selling real estate forever and have lived in Hilton Head Plantation forever. And in the Headlands near you, last year they had a open house on Sunday afternoon, and their car did not have the sticker. And security closed them down and gave them a ticket. So you have to get that. It's only $25.
Okay, just for your information, when you go to get that, take in your car registration, your realtor ID, and your insurance, proof of insurance. Otherwise, they will not give you that registration to go on your window. You have to provide all three of those things, okay? All right, what do you feel like is important to show in the community? In other words, if you're showing somebody and they're trying to decide, do I like this plantation, is this somewhere I want to live, what is it you make sure that you show them? And I want you all to speak up just a little bit because he's way back there, okay?
Okay.
We're not sure because we didn't put mics on you. We think we're fine. We did a test, but speak up, please.
Well, I think it's more what's important before you start showing properties in Hilton Head Plantation that you show the amenities, because a lot of people don't know what the amenities are. You can start with the plantation house, and then beside the plantation house you've got the swimming pool, and next door to it you've got the brand new Spring Lake Pavilion, which I understand was built debt-free. And then from there you can go up to Dolphin Point. There's a small pavilion there that you can rent out. And then to the left of Dolphin Head Pavilion, you have got the beach where you can walk all the way around to where Rebo Island is. Or you can take the Sun path, which will walk you all the way down to the end of the shells. And that's a good 2 or 3 mile walk. And it's very important to get out of your car there and take them to the edge so that they see the path that walks down there. It's very important.
Does everybody know where these, let me point out if you can see it. This is a map of Hilton Head Plantation. You come in down here, and I always point out, first of all, I tell people Hilton Head Plantation is the second largest plantation on the island. It's 4,000 acres. There are 4,075 residences, 3,600 houses, and 400 condominiums. There are only 6 small condominium communities that comprise 400 and some. But I point out the bike paths going in, point out that the school campus is right over here, which is very convenient, K through 12, if it's a family with children. Then June mentioned the plantation. Here's the key. Spring Lake Recreation Area. The plantation house is here. That's the activities building. And
Can I know one thing too? As you drive people in, it's also imperative that you point out to them that there are no houses located on Whooping Crane, which is the main drag going in. So that way, no one ever has to worry about traffic backing up or people backing in and out of driveways on the main thoroughfare that gets you back to the Spring Lake area that Alan talks about. So much like Sea Pines, when Charles Fraser designed Hilton Head Plantations, the thought in mind was to put 10, 11,000 people in a community and never have it feel like 10 or 11,000 people live there. So that thoroughfare coming in and out of the plantation has no curb cut on it at all for a house.
Right. It's heavily wooded and gives you a feeling that you're out in the country. Plantation House is up here, and that's the meeting place, and we have a monthly newsletter, and I'm going to pull it up on here to show you there are 33 different clubs and groups that meet there. So if your people are interested in a craft workshop or in a model train club or a pickleball club or whatever, there are all kinds of activities. This past Sunday, I don't know if either of you have ever been to this, but I went for the first time after all these years to the Happy Times Society meeting at the Dolphin Head Recreation Area, and you bring your own drink, glass of bottle of wine or whatever, and you bring one hors d'oeuvre, and there must have been 75 or 100 people there. I shouldn't be talking about this because it's a great network.
This is, I started saying, this is just our group, it's not going national.
No, but I've decided I'm going to start working on it.
I got
Okay. All right.
I'm glad we're recording this, it's perfect.
Okay, you go from Dolphin Head Recreation Area out to Pine Island. That's about a mile walk on the beach, and it's a beautiful walk. And in this direction, you can go about a mile and a half down here on the bluff, and that's what June was talking about. She said to the shells. These are shell named streets. That's what she meant.
Okay, and if you go down here. Okay, you can continue walking on down here. There used to be a little stream, but for some reason or other it's disappeared. And you can walk all the way along the beach along here. Last weekend I walked a couple of miles. I don't know if you can walk all the way to Sea Pines or not, but it's lovely to walk along here, along the side. There's nobody else there.
It's a beautiful
It's
area.
a beautiful walk.
Very serene. But then from there, you can go out here to the Seabrook Drive, out to Skull Creek Marina, and the Country Club of Hilton Head is here. There's a little cemetery in there, a pre-Civil War cemetery. You might want to point out that at the back gate is the Cypress, which is a retirement, very high-end, elegant retirement community. What are the big things that I'm missing?
In summary, you have boating, you have golfing, both private and semi-private. You have the finest fitness facility on the island in the Country Club. Finest fitness facility on the island. It's very inexpensive to join. I mean, you can be a social member there and a member of the fitness center for under $200 a month. You have walk on the beach with the Dolphin Head area. The only community pools, we have a community pool for the whole plantation. In addition, the Rookery, Crooked Pond, and one other place, Dolphin Point, have their own little community. They have their own little community pools within the communities themselves. So when you think of Hilton Head Plantation, it's communities within a large community. So you have absolutely everything with one exception that the island has to offer. You don't go swimming in the beach here, and if you do, you're going to be into a kind of a plummy, kind of muddish kind of bottom.
The oyster beds.
Yeah, you cut your feet, things like that. So everything that Hilton Head has to offer is in Hilton Head Plantation. And from a cost standpoint, in a gated community in Hilton Head, the lowest price housing you're going to find in a gated community in Hilton Head.
The best value.
By far the best value.
Your annual fees at Hilton Head Plantation, just live in the community is how much?
$1,022.
And what do you get if you don't join anything else? Do you have a pool?
We have a pool.
Do you have to pay extra for that pool?
No.
Okay.
Pool's included. You have two guarded, 24-hour man-gated guarded facility with security, being patrolled inside at all times. You get access to the Plantation House. Our tennis courts, we don't have public tennis courts in the Plantation. There's a tennis club in the Plantation.
Right, and I passed that out.
With a small fee associated with it. There are also tennis courts at the Country Club of Hilton Head. Understand, of the 4 golf courses in Hilton Head Plantation, 2 of them are totally private. Bear Creek Country Club and Dolphin Head are both totally private clubs. Oyster Reef and the Country Club of Hilton Head are semi-private, meaning the public can come and play golf there. In addition, you have fine dining at Old Fort Pub. What is it, Old Fort Pub?
Yeah.
Old Fort Pub, which is right here in the
Near the marina.
Shelter Cove, or Skull Creek, I'm sorry, Skull Creek area. So everything is encompassed in the one community. The Dolphin Head Playground for Children, up in here, where Alan talked about, we ride our bikes up there. I'm sorry.
You're up there.
Yeah,
Right up here. There's a child's playground with outdoor basketball courts. You know, your client has the opportunity to live on the water with a water view. June lives in Oyster Shell, or Jingle Shell. She lives on Jingle Shell with a view to the Sound. You're looking at the Port Royal Sound from there. And, you know, there's actually housing on that plantation in the 200s. Has been for the last couple of years.
And in actual fact, you don't have to join the country club to exercise, because there are exercise classes that go on all the time in Spring Lake Pavilion. Pilates, weightlifting, there's a whole lot of classes that go on actually in Spring Lake Pavilion. And it's like $4 a class.
Alan, you called yesterday because when I was showing Spring Lake, the new facility, it was closed. Tell them what they told you about as a realtor.
They just built this beautiful multi-million-dollar building at Spring Lake. And it is kept locked. If you want to show it to someone and there's something going on there, or they're preparing for an event, then you're free to go in and show it. Otherwise, you walk over to the Plantation House, and Carrie Ann is the recreation director, and she's there, and she'll give you a key to show it. It is locked on weekends if there's not an event. But in Hilton Head Plantation, if you want to have a party and you don't have room in your house, and in 24 years there, I've done this many times, you can rent the at Dolphin Head, the little building there that has a big deck overlooking the water, magnificent view, and stately live oaks. You can rent the new Spring Lake Pavilion. You can rent the Plantation House.
Who went to the Christmas party? That's the Spring Lake Pavilion. That's the new facility.
Now that's the most expensive one to rent. I think the least expensive one is up here at Dolphin Head. I rented it a few months ago for a party. It cost $200. It's a $100 fee and a deposit of $100. And if you leave it clean, you get your deposit back. So it's $100, and you can have a party for up to probably 50 or 75 people there. One of my kids, my son, was married up there. What else? Oh, big thing for young families, and I think you all have the information on it. There's a kids camp program, and it's very reasonable. It's a very good program. It was an absolute lifesaver for us when our children were small. The first child is, what is it, $400 and some for the season, and then each additional child is less. The kids can ride their bikes to it and take a brown bag lunch. It's 5 days a week. Or if it's a couple that has grandchildren who come to visit for a week or two in the summer, they can be signed up by the week or by the season. But it's a very healthy activity for children in the summer. Okay. Oh, and another, well, I guess I mentioned, the school campus is over here, so you're very close to K through 12.
Also, the bike paths that go around, you can cycle all the way around the plantation.
You never have to, you never, I live up here in the Headlands, and I rode to Boathouse on Sunday on a bike, and I never hit a main road. Either on a bike path or a secondary street, never a main road. Never a main road.
You also have the Cypress Conservancy here. There is a, does everybody here know what a savanna is? You do? Okay, I learned what savanna was from here. There is a savanna there.
City in Georgia, isn't it?
It's a type of wetland that grows a certain type of grass. Okay, there is a walkway out there through the preserve to a savanna, and if you're a photographer, it's a fun place to go out with your camera and take pictures of birds and bees and alligators and whatever, and savannas.
And where do you access that, Ellen?
You access that off of Whooping Crane, right here, right opposite the rookery. There's an entrance, okay, a little parking lot. And I'd almost guarantee you're going to be the only person out there. It's not heavily trafficked at all. Then there's Cypress Conservancy over here also. I don't know how you can access, or if you can access that.
Also off the Seabrook, there's an area where you can take your yard debris and dump your own yard debris. In addition, there's a public garden there where for a very nominal fee, you can get your own garden plat. They actually have it wired off with an electric fence to keep the deer and other critters out so they don't eat your lettuce and radishes or whatever. It's like I said, it's watered and irrigated. It's what, $50 or something? It's really
$50 or $60.
really inexpensive.
And then on Saturday mornings, you can go there and you can buy fresh fruit and vegetables from them.
They have a farmer's market.
Farmers
And
market.
if you want fresh mulch for your yard or your garden, it's free. You just give the POA a call and you can order a half a truck or a full truckload and they deliver it for free. Believe me, don't get the full truckload. You'll never use that much.
Yeah, they grind everything that comes in and just turn it into natural mulch for people, just a service they provide.
Okay, I'm going to ask a question and hopefully I don't stump anybody. At Country Club of Hilton Head, it belongs to a larger group.
CCA.
Okay, would you?
Club Corp of America owns Hilton Head Country Club. Club Corp of America on the island owns, their premier club is actually the golf club at Indigo Run. They own Golden Bear, and then they own the Country Club of Hilton Head. Like I said before, the Country Club of Hilton Head is a semi-private golf club. You can't use the dining facilities as the public, so to speak, but you're able to use the golf course. Now, when you join the Country Club of Hilton Head as a golfing member, that does provide you playing privileges at other CCA courses across America.
And in other countries.
And in other countries. Some of those courses, you'll pay just cart fees. Some of the more upscale, depending on your membership status, you may pay a little more. Now, you don't necessarily have playing privileges at the golf club at Indigo Run, because that's considered a top-tier club, and the semi-private clubs are not. But you do have playing privileges over at Golden Bear and Indigo Run also. So it is kind of a neat thing if you're traveling. I know we played a place called Barton's Run or Barton's Creek in Texas. The guy that took us was a CCA member, so he could get us into some other nice golf clubs.
They have about 175 golf clubs across the country.
Hey, we have a
including, isn't
smartphone class we'll
Firestone,
have later.
isn't Firestone one of theirs?
Firestone Golf and Country Club in Akron, Ohio is a CCA club.
And then one in West Virginia.
Oh, the Greenbrier? No.
Either Greenbrier or the other one, I can't remember which one it is, one of those.
Well, when you join, they give you a list.
But they're
of all
well
those
known
clubs,
across the country.
and especially someone that travels. I know I have someone coming down in a week and a half, that's one reason they chose Hilton Head Plantation, because they can join the country club and then play all these other courses because they travel. So they love that. So it's nice to know. You don't have to know all the details. If you go in there, the membership director will explain all this, but you can kind of like give the highlight and then let her give the details. So it's a nice plus.
Yeah, if you call, her name is Catherine Doherty.
Yep.
She's membership director. She's a lovely gal.
Yes, ma'am.
I may have missed it, but as far as boats are concerned, you've got deep water access. Is there a fee for putting your own boat in, or storage, or any facilities like that, outside at Skull Creek Marina?
They are condominium boat slips, so you can buy one or you can lease one. Okay.
The Freedom Boat Club also resides there. And the Freedom Boat Club, Kendra is a member, I believe, Freedom Boat Club, where you pay, I don't know if it's $5,000, it used to be 10, and I think it dropped. You pay a membership initiation fee of like $5,000. They have 8 or 9 boats. You pay a set fee of $100 and some dollars a month, $150, $190 a month. Don't quote me on that. You call them up at 8 in the morning and say, I want the boat ready in the water at 3. It's ready for you to go as long as the boats are available. They have it down to a science, so they know as the ratio of boats to members, so that you don't have times often where you call and there's not a boat. In addition to that, with that boat club, you're able to reserve a boat 6 months out. You're able to have 2 open reservations at any time. So let's say you had family coming in July 4th, which might be a popular weekend. You'd make that reservation 6 months in advance, and you would have your boat for that day. You're allowed one night over, so if you want to go to Charleston and back on a boat, you could do that. I don't know the sizes, but it's, here again, for someone that thinks they may want to be a boater down here, it's just another way to be a boater without having all the headaches and expense of owning your boat.
Test the waters.
I'm sorry, yeah, test the waters, believe me. Happiest day in a man's life, the day he buys his boat and the day he sells it.
As a member of the Hilton Head Plantation Yacht Club, I was the membership director for 10 years. We began allowing people of the Freedom Boat Club to become members just 2 years ago. We used to consider them like timeshare people, or they weren't really boat owners. But yes, now they are eligible to become members. And of the 2 different situations, whoever asked about where to dock your boat, you've got 2 opportunities. There at the Skull Creek Marina, those are actually leases. When you purchase a slip, you're purchasing the remainder of a 99-year lease, which is, they're all about 1/3 through right now. So still leaves you plenty of time. And then the remaining docks you purchase outright. And those prices, depending on the size of the slip, can be anywhere from $19,000 to $35,000. But if you need something larger, then you do have to go to Skull Creek Marina.
Okay, Nancy, if I'm not a property owner in Hilton Head Plantation, can I purchase just a boat slip?
No.
I got 2 different answers.
The plantation's position is no.
Okay.
You can lease, you can rent. If I did own a boat slip, okay, I could lease it to Mark if he were not a property owner in the plantation, and he could dock his boat there, and then he would get a pass that he could come in and out of the plantation.
Okay.
But no, you cannot purchase a slip
Good
if you're not a property owner.
Good to know. I have.
So the 99-year leases are
They're about 1/3 through.
and where are they located?
Those are at Skull Creek Marina.
Okay, and then you said you can buy
Yeah,
at
right there.
1935,000 at which Marina?
Is there dry dock storage there?
No.
No.
Just
So
the-
you'd go around.
Outside. If you go outside to the
The boathouse?
boathouse,
Boathouse, right.
yeah.
Okay, I have another question for you. Inside of Hilton Head Plantation, there is the Cypress, which is the upscale retirement community. Would someone like to explain if someone wanted to list a Cypress property with you, explain that. You can't do it.
Well, I'm not going to say you can't do it.
I don't
You
think you
legally can do it. I mean, I could list Tide Point or Cypress, but they have effectively kept the real estate industry out of that. And if someone said to me, I want you to list my Cypress, I don't think I would serve them well to do that.
The reason is that with the ownership of a condominium or a house at the Cypress, you have fees that are very substantial, $3,000–4,000 a month. For you get one meal a day, you get medical care there. They have
Total maintenance of the facilities. I mean, they'll come in. You know, there's a guy, you know, if a pipe breaks in your house, they're there instantaneously to fix it. You know, you need a room painted. I mean,
they drive buses to churches on Sunday, to golf courses during the week. So you know, so they have chauffeuring service. They have all kinds of amenities, and we as realtors don't know all the details and the cost of all of those amenities. So it's really more practical for their staff person to resell. Now, those properties, until the market broke, were very much in demand, and there would be a waiting list to buy a house there. The situation has reversed. So there are properties available there, and there are some people who have put them in MLS just to try to get more exposure.
Okay, so, you know, we answered your question. Does anyone have another question, or is there anything else y'all think? Yes, KK?
The Rookery, the Crooked Pond, and the Dolphin Point have pools or tennis courts. Are there extra fees related to those areas? Okay, are there any other areas that have extra fees other than those three?
Yeah, Crooked Pond, Rookery, Rebo Island, Seabrook Landing, excuse me, Dolphin Point, and of course the Cypress. I live in Crooked Pond. There are 230 properties in Crooked Pond. We had our annual meeting Saturday morning on the board. And ours costs $125 a year.
Extra.
Extra. For a very nice saltwater pool we converted from chlorine to salt water a couple of years ago, and 2 tennis courts that are in excellent condition and hardly ever used. At the Rookery, they just have a pool, and it's my understanding that their fee is $350 a year, and I don't honestly know why it's twice what ours is. And I don't know, well, Rebo used to be about $1,500, $1,600, I don't know what it is now. So.
Well, they claim that it's because of its additional care of landscaping throughout the community. That it's
our association is the Crooked Pond Pool and Tennis Association, and we deal only with that little spit of property that has a pool and tennis courts.
But apparently the Rookery, according to some owners there, says it takes care of other areas within that community.
Yes, ma'am?
Couple part